Okay, so the following says to trace this code. Basically says bank account 1 equals new bank account, so it creates a new bank account object. And then B1 deposit, so it deposits 100. Bank account B2 equals new bank account, B2 dot deposit again. And then it says bank account 3 equals bank account 2, B3 dot withdraw 400. So basically what this is saying is we'll go line by line. So the first line is when it says B1 bank account B1 equals new bank account, that creates a new object. We'll just represent that with a box here. So a new place in memory with the class bank account. Bank account. And B1 points to that right there like this. And then when you say deposit 100, that's just calling the deposit method, which adds 100. So we'll just track the value here. Value of B1 equals 100. And that never changes. You can see the rest of the code. B1 is never affected by anything. This should actually be a double, so I'll just put a point here. All right, then the next line, it's bank account. Again, we create a new bank account. Same class, but different place in memory, so different object. Let's see if I can draw a box here. And then from here, it says B2. We'll just call this B2 here. And we deposit 200. So the value B2 equals 200.0. And then this line is the only tricky bit here, is where it says bank account 3 equals B2. Since it didn't say new bank account, that means that B3 is just a pointer to B2. So if we wanted to represent this, we could say B3 over here just points to B2, which points to the same object. And therefore, any changes to B3 will also change B2. So when it says withdraw 400, we would call the withdraw method here, withdraw, that is a full spelling of that, withdraw 400. So if this was a valid, see the problem here is that since we have an overdraft amount of 100 by default and the overdraft never changed, then this wouldn't actually change and the value of B3 would be the same as B2, which would equal 200 still because the 400 wouldn't actually go through. So basically what they're saying is that any change you make to B3 affect B2, which affect the same place in memory. And we can prove that. I typed the code into same sort of code, and I printed the values after each decision. So this is bank account deposits 1, or deposit 100, and then the B1 value is 100. Then the bank account B2 is a new bank account, deposits 200, and the 200 here. Then I said bank account B3 equals B2, and withdraw 400. Since the 400 is over top, 200 minus 400 would equal negative 200, which is above our $100 overdraft value. It would just stay as 200, both B1 and B2. If I were to change this withdraw to 100, however, let's say, just as an example, and we run the code, let's save that, then see how the value changes both B3 and B2. It's because any change you make to B3 would affect B2.